Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inshallah, we'll get started now. Today is our last lesson for the book number 6 of Madina Arabic, and it will be done again in two parts. We won't be able to finish it in one part. So we'll try to, inshallah, finish this complete lesson or the book, inshallah, the next week. Today is the first part, which is part A. I'm going to get started fairly quick. One second. Dasr Khamis. Right, as usual, the very first part, which is your vocabulary. The very first one is muhadir, which is a lecturer. The next one is mahadun, which is institute, or the plural for that is ma'ahidun. Fursatun is opportunity, and furasun is the plural for that, and I'll explain later on afterwards why some of those words don't actually make a little bit of a sense in terms of the plurals. That is actually part of the lesson today. Manhajun is syllabus, and manahij is the plural of that. Nuskhatun is copy, and nusakhun is the plural of that. Bitaqatun is card. Bitaqatun is the plural of the card, which is cards. Shira'un is purchase. Shira'un is purchase. Majjanan is free or without payment. Like, when you have something that is completely sold for at no cost. Sha'nun is matter or affair. Shu'unun is the plural for that, matters. Markazun is the center. Marakiz is the plural for that. For example, Markazu Shu'un al-Dawa, center for Dawa affairs. Mazadun is auction. Tarhalun is travel. And then sil'atun is commodity. And sil'atul mabi'ah is sold goods. Aslun is original. And usulun is the plural for that. And mu'tamarun is conference. Mu'tamarat is the plural for that. الناطقون بالعربية, native speakers of Arabic. غير الناطقين بالعربية, non-native speakers of Arabic. Jufun is plural of ajwafun. Sirran is secret. Asrarun is the plural for that. Hadiyatun is present or gift. Hadaya is the plural. Ilal laqa'i, until we meet again. Sahiba yashabu suhbatun is to accompany. Hasala al shay'il yahsulu husulan is to obtain. Sala yasilu saylan wa sayalalun is to flow. Mala yamilu mailan wa mailanan is to lean. Dolla yadillu dalalan wa dalalatan is to go astray. When we say wala dallin, that's where in Surah Al-Fatiha, that's where it's coming from. Naja yanju najatan is to escape. Afa anfu yafu afwan is to forgive. Shafa yashfi shifaan, to cure or to heal. Raja yarju rajaan, to hope. Sana yasunu sonan wasiyanatan, to protect. Shakkan fil amri yashukku shakkan, to suspect. Lama yalumu laman, to reproach or to blame. Aghtanama fursata yaghtanimu agnidaman is to take the opportunity. And tahazal fursata yantahizu antihazan is to take the opportunity. Ittala alayhi yattaliu itla'an, to acquaint oneself or to get information. Tarawaha yatarawahu, tarawuhan is to fluctuate or to vary. Astazana yastazani, yastazinu istizanan, to ask permission. Zana bil mar'ati yazni zina wa zina'an, to have illicit sex, to have commit zina. This word, in fact, pura, like the complete sentence actually means to actually have zina with women. That's the whole word actually means. Tarakal baba yatraku tarkan is to knock on the door, or the complete Arabic translation will be that he actually knocked on the door. So this is the entire sentence. So tarakal baba yatraku tarkan, he actually knocked on the door. Tarqun, which is already mentioned, knock. Azana yuzana ta'zinan, to call for the prayer, or he called for the prayer. Saqa yasqi saqiyan, to give something, or to give someone something to drink, or he gave somebody something to drink. Saqin is a cup bearer. Cup bearer, somebody who is going to break the cup with something. Sallama alayhi yusallimu taslima, to greet assalamu alaikum, or he greeted assalamu alaikum. Baydun is egg. Ahlun is one's kith or kin, meaning the relatives. Ahlun is your plural of that. Sahlun is soft or level ground. Marhabun is spaciousness. Ahlan wa sahlan marhaba simply means welcome. Shabun means youth or young man. Za'irun means visitor. Zuwarun is the plural of that. Muddatun is the period of time, or muddadun is the plural of that. And again, I'll mention afterwards why some of those words why is it not muddadun or something like this. So this is the lesson actually that we have today. At the end of the lesson, you'll also see the Quizlet for this. So you can actually go on Quizlet afterwards to be able to, I think there are like 52 words that we have today in the overall vocabulary. So that's part of your assignment also, that when we finish the lesson, we'll need to go to Quizlet to be able to complete our vocabulary quiz on Quizlet. Okay. The first part. So before I go next, we learned two things in the last lesson, and I'm going to just pick myself, whoever, one of you. So let's see, Brother Umar India. Brother Umar India, what is Ismul Maf'ul? What is Ismul Maf'ul? Not talking about Ismul File. Actually, give me 1 second. Let me see if my my speakers are working. 1 quick second. I think it's not working. Yeah, it's not working. 1 second. If any one of you said anything and I did not answer you, please excuse me, because I did not have my speakers turned on yet. So I'm gonna fix this right now. 1 second. Okay, since I started talking, since the beginning, if I had not answered you any of your questions, or if you had said something, sorry, I could not hear you. I did not have my speakers turned on. So the first question is for Brother Umar India. Brother Umar India, what is Ismul Maf'ul? Everybody be ready.
Ismul maf'ul is the one on whom the action is performed.
Give me an example.
Like he is killed, the one who is killed.
Give me the Arabic word for that.
For killed. So
Maqtulun. So the word is maqtulun. So the one who actually is killed. Okay. Now question for Sister Mehreen. Okay, let's pick Sister Mehreen. What is Ismul Fa'il?
The doer of that action, Bilal.
Doer. So give me an example.
A qatil.
Qatilun, for example, the one who actually killed the other person. So the one who actually performs the action is Ismul Fa'il. Very good. Okay. So the reason why I asked is because of this. So in last lesson, we learned the Salim verbs, and or let me see, like the Sahih words or Sahih verbs, and I'll explain later on again. We learned this in book number 5, from lesson number 6 to lesson number 9. What are the Salim or the Sahih words, and what are the Ghair Sahih or the Ghair Salim words? So an easier way to understand Salim or Ghair Salim, that Salim is the regular words, simple words that don't have any difficulties to pronounce, meaning the words that do not have the ya or the waw or the alif. As easy as that, right? You know that, when you have the ya or the waw, there is a problem, right? So we generally would have a problem when you have the ya or the waw or the alif, because then the rules for Arabic changes. Why does it change? Because the pronunciation of the Arabic words becomes difficult. So that's why the rules are a little bit different whenever you have the words or the verbs that include the ya, wow, or the alif. So in the previous lesson, when we were talking about ismul fa'il, we actually went through the salim words. Salim words means that we went through the regular words that do not have the ya, wow, or the alif. In today's lesson, we will actually go through the غير salim words, the ones that actually have the ya, wow, or the alif, right? So if you look on my right hand side, I pointed some of those, right? So ajwaf verb is a verb whose second letter, root letter is weak. So غير salim is what? غير salim is something that will have a ya, wow, or alif somewhere, right? Or there is a repetition of some of those words, right? So when there is a repetition of the same letter, that is also part of غير salim, by the way, right? For example, I say rodda, right? So ayya, right? So then the ya is being repeated, or the da is actually being repeated, right? So that is also غير salim. What is salim words? For example, kataba. Kataba is very simple, right? That um, it's a salim word. So for example, if you look at my example over here, the normally the sound verbs, meaning that the salim verbs will actually be on the pattern of fa'ala, it will change into fu'ila. For example, from kataba, it will be changed into kutiba. He wrote, and kutiba will be it was written. But for ajwaf words, ajwaf is the first part, which is rule number one, right? Ajwaf is the very first one, which is the from the ghair salim words. But ajwaf verbs are different. Instead of following the normal pattern, the long vowel changes to a kasra sound. The long vowel will change into a kasra sound. So look at the examples on your left hand side. For example, when you had qala, the qala will change into qila, right? It will change into qila. I'm going to explain that, like how there is, why is it changing like this. Ba'a will change into bi'a. Zada will change into zida. Now, why is it changing? If you go to your next screen, I'm going to explain this here. I'm going to come back to you the previous screen. For example, this is the detail of the overall, the first rule. Why do we change? Why do we need to change from qala to qila? So the original word qala is not qala. It is actually qawala, right? So it is like wow in the middle. So when making the passive, Arabic originally produced the words like quvila, right? So because the real word is not over there as is alif, the real word over there was a wow. So if Arabic was going to change it, it was going to change its quvila, which is very difficult to pronounce. Not difficult, but this is the rule. So it is difficult to pronounce. So Arabic simply changes from quvila to kila. It completely removes the wow from there. So just call it kila because it's easier to pronounce, right? For example, ba'a, originally it will be baya'a. Baya'a is definitely difficult to pronounce. So whenever you have a ya, alif, or waw in the middle as a middle letter, Arabic will say simply change that into a kasra sound. Put a kasra on that word, and instead of making actually difficult to pronounce, just simply put a kasra underneath. For example, Baya, why is it baya? Because from kataba and kutiba, right? That's the reason why the word is, the regular pattern would have been like this, right? Because it would have been from fa'ala to fu'ila. So that's why it is simply saying add a kasra, and then you will be easy to pronounce the overall word. So if you look into your examples on the very first one, which is the Madi example. This is the Madi, okay? All of these are Madi example. They're past tense example. They're not the Mudare. On the top part, the bottom part is the Mudare examples. So you will simply do what? You will simply add the kasra underneath the second letter, and it will be easier to pronounce. That's the first rule. Now, for the same rule, but for if you had to do this for mudare, which is the present tense. So look at the example. Yaqulu becomes yuqalu. You will actually add a long alif, right? Yuqalu. Yabi'u becomes yuba'u. It was sold. Yazidu will become yuzadu. You'll simply add a long alif. And I'm going to explain this in this slide over here. So the passive in the present tense, look at the example, yaqulu becomes yuqalu, yabi'u becomes yuba'u, yazidu becomes yuzadu. Why does this happen? Because remember, passive mudari generally follows the pattern of yuf'alu. So it should have been, the real way to change this was yaqulu will become so the pattern is yufalu, so it will become qawala, right? So you can't say it clearly, so it will become yuqwalu. You can't really say yuqwalu. It is very difficult to pronounce, and it sounds very odd as well. So instead of yuqwalu, you'll simply say yuqalu. So yabiu, instead of saying yubwa'u, you'll say yuba'u. So what is the rule? Simply that the first letter will get a dhamma. For example, yuqalu, right? From yaqulu, it will be yuqalu. And then the middle long vowel changes to a long alif. Yuqalu, right? So instead of the wow, you'll simply add over there, or the wow, alif, or ya. All three of them will actually become a longer alif. So yuqalu, yuba'u, yuzadu. So this is the very first rule, which is for your non Sahih letters, or you can say the Ghair Salim letters, or Ghair Salim verbs. So wherever you have the Ya, Waw, or Alif, in that case, these are the two rules that will apply to Madi and to Mudari. There is a sentence over here, for example, Yiqalu inna hazil arda bay'atal bimalyuni riyalan. It was said that the land was sold for 1 million riyals. Huna tuba'u suhuful wal majallat. Here newspapers and magazines are sold. Okay. I should have brought this earlier. Your book did not have it, so I created these slides myself. So this is simply to explain to you the Sahih, which is the Salim verbs, and the Ghair Sahih, which is the weak or the Ghair Salim. So Ghair Salim simply is like, as I said, Ya, Waw, or Alif. Whenever you have Ya, Waw, or Alif, those are weak letters, or Ghair Salim or Ghair Sahih. All three means the same thing. Salim, for example, no weakness whatsoever. Regular words, kataba, right? This is an example of that. The Ghair Salim has 5 different examples, 5 different parts. First one is the misal. The first letter is weak, right? The very first letter is weak, which is the wa. For example, wa is over here, wa'ada. So, or you add a ya, or you have an alif. If the first letter is wa, alif, or ya, that is a misal. Ajwaf, second letter is weak. For example, qala, right? So qala, the alif is in the middle, or if you had the waw, for example, you have any word that has a waw or a ya, that will become ajwaf. Naqis, the third letter is weak. You can see the third letter is, which is alif, that is also a ghair salim, but it is an example of a naqis. Mud'af, last 2 letters are identical. I gave you this example in the beginning. Radda, right? Radda, ayya, all of these examples are examples of mud'af, meaning they're also weak. And then mahmuz contains hamza, sa'ala, because you have a hamza in the second one. So whenever you have the hamza as part of your the verb, it is called as also غير صحيح or غير salim or weak letters, right? So these 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, all of these 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, actually all of those are examples of غير صحيح, غير salim or weak letters. Anybody has any confusion on this? Everybody is clear? If you're not, I have one more slide for you. So it's simple. Again, look at this. Salim means a verb whose root contains no weak letters or irregularities, right? No weak letters whatsoever at all. For example, kataba is one of the examples. Ghairu Salim, first one is misal, the verb whose first root letter is weak, ya or waw. The ajwaf is the verb whose middle root letter is weak. Naqis is a verb whose last letter is weak. Mudaf, a verb whose second and third root letters are the same. For example, radda. Mahmuz are the verb that contains a hamza, right? For example, sala. So the Ghair Salim has 5 parts. Salim is very simple. It doesn't need any different parts. It's just regular words. Okay. So we also learned in the previous lesson the formation of the ismul fa'il using the salim verb. Now we learn the formation of the ghairu salim or non-salim verbs. So for example, mudaf verb hajja will actually be hajjun, right? Pilgrim. The real word for that was hajijun. The kasra of the second radical is dropped for assimilation because it becomes difficult to pronounce. So you simply remove the second kasra and then make it hajjun. That's it. Ajwaf wawi. Again, this is an example of ajwaf. Qala yaqulu will become ka'ilun. The one who says, why it is like this is because the real way to say that was kavilun. So you cannot say kavilun. So you'll simply add a kasra over there and remove the waw. And then again, ajwaf ya'i, because this was for the ya example. The first one was ajwaf wawi, meaning that the middle was actually a waw, meaning it was qavilun and you change into qa'ilun. So instead of saying za jidun, if you look at this, za jidun, we'll simply remove the ya and add a kasra and say zaidun. It's easier to pronounce. Naqis wawi. What is naqis wawi? It is najja yanju. It will become najin. Najin. Remember what the naqis was. If you go back at the back over here, naqis is where you have whose last root letter is a weak letter. Last root letter is the weak letter, ya or the waw. So if you look at this example, what is the problem over here? Naja, yanju, both have the weak letters over here, right? And then you'll change into najin. If you actually add a al, by the way, it will become an-naji, but without al, you'll simply make it najin, the one who escaped the disaster. The real way to say there was najivun, but you cannot say and pronounce it correctly, so you'll simply say najin. And then naqis ya'i is basically for the same thing, but for ya, meaning that the last letter actually is a ya. So saqa yasqi will become saqin. Instead of saying saqiyun, you'll simply say saqin. As simple as that. I just created this slide so it is easier for you to understand. If we do not apply these rules, right? For example, Salim is kataba, and then if we, without applying the rule, it will be katibun, right? Because we don't need anything over here. This is whether you apply the rule or don't apply the rule, because the Salim have the same pronunciation regardless of how you do it, right? So it actually will remain the same, katibun. Mud'af, hajja, without applying the rule, it should have been hajijun, which is the wrong pronunciation. So you'll actually simply remove the kasra and the jim and then make it hajjun. Ajwaf wawi, qala, it should have been qavilun. So you'll remove the waw and simply add a kasra and then make it qailun. Ajwaf ya'i, it should have been zayidun. You'll simply remove the ya, add a kasra, make it zaidun. Naqis wawi, naja'a, because have an alif in the beginning and at the end, you'll simply say, if you did not have the rule applied, it will become najivun, which is very strange to pronounce. So you'll simply say najin. Naqis ya'i, if you had the ya at the end, which is saqa, the last letter is ya, it would have been saqiyun. Instead of saqiyun, you'll simply say saqin. These are the example of ismul fa'il. If ismul fa'il for ghairu salim, meaning the weak letters. Whenever you have a weak letter, first, second, last, or the repetition of the two letters. That's what is called as ghairu salim. And then this is how on the green is what it will look like when you actually apply the rules of Arabic for ismul fa'il for ghairu salim. Now, exact same thing, but now in this slide, you are learning what will you do if you're doing ismul maf'ul for the ghairu salim, right? Meaning that you now have something in the middle, the beginning, at the end, or you have the repetition of the ya, waw, or alif, right? So for mudaf marf, the ismul maf'ul from this verb is regular. For example, sarra becomes masrurun, adda ma'dudun, sabba masbubun, halla mahlulun. Ajwaf wawi, here the second radical is completely omitted, right? You can see that over here, Qala yaqulu, it will become maqulun. So you'll remove one of the extra vowel that you had over here. Otherwise, it would have been maqwul, maqwulun. It's just very strange to pronounce, anyways. So you'll remove the second vowel. So lama yalumu, it will become malumun, and you'll remove the second vowel over here. So instead of saying malwumun, it's again very strange. So you will not have the second vowel, you completely remove that. Second radical is omitted, meaning the vowel is omitted. Ajwa of ya'i, same thing, you will actually remove the second ya. Otherwise, zada yadidu will become mazidun. It would have been mazyudun. It's very, very strange to pronounce. So you'll simply remove that also. Again, same example for Nakis Wawi, that the last letter actually has a Nakis Wawi is the last letter, is a weak letter. So da yad'u will become mad'un, right? And you will remove the extra vowel in this one as well. And then tala yatlu will become matluun, and you also remove the extra vowel over here. Nakis yai, same thing. Last letter is a weak letter, but a ya. It's instead of a vowel, it will be a ya. So same rules over here. You'll simply remove one of those vowel over here and make it ismul maf'ul for ghair salim. Here is what happens if you do not apply the rule. Salim, of course, nothing happens, right? Kataba maktubun, right? The one which is written, right? One which is written. And then you have all these other examples. Mudaf, ajwaf wawi, ajwaf yai, nakis wawi, and nakis yai, right? So if you do not apply the rule, what you see in the middle, it is what it will look like, which is very difficult to pronounce. But if you do apply the rule, then ismul maf'ul will what it will look like in the green that you see right now. Okay. Anybody has any confusion at this point? Either you ask or I'm going to ask. Okay. So now question is, I'm going to pick. So Sami, what is Salim and what is Ghair Salim? Sami, you're muted. Okay. Sister Azumi, what is Salim and what is Ghair Salim?
Salim are the normal words like kataba. The Geru Salim are the one with the wow, alif, and then yeah.
Good. Okay. Brother Abdullah Saeed, give me one example of Ghair Salim and explain what that is. Everybody's going to have to give one example, okay? Brother Abdullah Saeed is going to give the very first one.
So Jerusalem, example of Jerusalem is like you're cool.
Give me the first example of Ghair Salim.
I said the first example, you're cool. You're cool. There's wow in there. Half wow lamb becomes you call.
The first one is misal. First root letter is weak.
Oh, okay.
First weak letter is weak, right? For example, wa'ada. Now,
okay.
Second example, let's see. Sister Kiran, what is it? Give me one more example. What is the second example for Ghair Salim?
Can be yuqalu.
So, what does that mean? I mean, which letter is weak?
In yuqalu, ja is weak. First letter is.
No, that one is already done. So, Brother Abdullah Said already gave the first type. I'm only talking about the type, not an example. Just give me the types. The first type is that the first root letter is weak. What is the second one?
Second root letter is weak.
Very good. Second weak root letter is weak. So this is the example, if you go back, which is called as ajwaf, right? Ajwaf is the middle root letter is weak, or you can say second root letter is weak. Okay. Sister Mehreen, what is the third one?
the third one is Ajwaf
Third one
Yaya.
is weak. Very easy. Yeah. So
Yeah.
the first one was weak. The second one is weak. The third one is weak. Okay, Sister Naila, what is the fourth example?
I think the one has the repetition, the two
Very
letter.
good. Yeah, which has a repetition, which is called as mudaf verb,
Mudaf.
and which is the second and the third root letters are the same. For example, radda or ayya. Okay, who's not done yet? Brother Umar NDI. What is the fifth example?
Mahmoud.
Good. Yeah, it's on your screen. Yes. What does it mean? Let me just hide it
The
quickly.
verb contains Hamza.
Give me an example. Sa'ala. Right?
Sa'ala.
For example, Sa'ala. So it's also Ila is also a good example, right? I mean, both have the Hamza as part of the construction of the words. Okay, good. All right, very simple. Our usual exercise. We will do this between 3 students. So the first 2 sentences are for Brother Abdullah Saeed. The second 2 sentences are Brother Ahmad Keen. The last 2 sentences are actually, you know what? First 2 sentences are for Brother Abdullah Saeed. Second 2 sentences are for Brother Umar NDI. The last 2 sentences for Brother Ahmad Keen.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونستعينه في كتاب مدير معهد اللغة العربية in the كتاب في مكتب مدير in the office of the principal معهد اللغة العربية of the Institute of Arabic Language.
Excellent work. Yeah, Mahad is the institute. The word Mahad means institute. Very good.
يسمع طرف على بابي. يسمع he hears طرف knock.
Yusma.
يسمع طرف he hears the knock على بابي on the door.
Say that one more time.
يسمع طرف he hears the knock at the door.
Yeah, okay, yeah. A knock on the door is heard.
On the door, okay. Continue.
One more sentence.
Oh. ادخل. Enter.
Very good. Or you can say come in. And then one more
Or
sentence.
come in.
يدخل شاب ويسلم.
يدخل شاب ويسلم. يدخل شاب, he entered and was يسلم and greeted.
Who enters?
No, the young man.
The young man enters and greets him or
Young
says
man
salam.
entered and greeted and said salam. Okay.
Very good. Okay. Brother Murandi.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And greetings and peace and blessing be upon you.
Peace and the blessings of Allah be upon you.
Peace and the blessings of Allah be upon you.
Okay.
At-talibun jadidun anta. Are you a new student?
Very good.
La. Anna za'irun. No, I am an old a veteran or something. Old student. A visitor.
Visitor. Very good. Brother Umar Ahmad Keen, last 2 sentences for you.
المدير أهلا وسهلا اجلس من أين أنت? Welcome, sit down, and where are you from? الشعب. أنا من باكستان. I'm from Pakistan. أنا محاضر في معهد اللغة العربية بلاهور. I'm a lecturer in the Institute of the Arabic Language بلاهور in the city of Lahore.
Yes.
جئت حاجا. I came as a pilgrim. فاغتنمت هذه الفرصة لزيارة معهدكم الشهير. So I took the opportunity to visit visit your famous institute. قيل لي إنه أحسن معهد لتعليم اللغة العربية لغير الناطقين بها. It is said that it is the best institute that teaches the Arabic language to people who don't speak it.
So qila li means that I have
قيل
been told.
لي, it was said to me that I was told that it was the best. It was the best institute for teaching the Arabic language to those who don't speak it,
Non-native speakers.
non-native speakers. فأحب أن أطلع على مناهجه وكتبه. So I wanted to. So I love to look at it. No, I love to take a look at it. No, I love to take a look at its way and its book.
The curriculum. So manahija. So
No.
it's the curriculum and the books. Very good.
No.
Here's the translation for all of it. And next. So the first two sentences are for Sister Mehreen. Second sentence is for Sister Naila. Last two sentences are for Sister Azumi.
المدير, the director, مرحبا بك مسموكا.
Marhaban bik. Marhaban bik.
مرحبا بك مسموكا. I am happy.
No, marhaban bik. Welcome.
Welcome. Big. Okay. Welcome, Masmuka. What is your name? Ashab. Ismi Mahdi ibn Abdul Hadi. Ismi, my name is Mahdi ibn Abdul Hadi.
Mahdi bin Abdul Hadi.
Yeah, Mahdi. That's a difficult name.
The Mahdi bin Abdul Hadi. Very good.
Mahdi.
Yeah. And but when you're talking to anybody, for example, a girl or a boy, for example, in this case, when you're saying masmuka, we'll actually simply say masmuk. You don't have to pronounce that fatha because it is already understood that it's a man.
Sure.
Okay. Second sentence, Sister Naila.
Al-Mudiru, the principal or the director, Yadrusu fi Madina. He's studying, fi Madina in our institute.
Try to make the whole sentence and you'll understand it.
Okay. Sorry. Yadrusu fi Madina darisuna min mozami bilad al-alam.
Good. That's it. Now make the translation.
Okay. He is studying in our institute.
Okay.
Okay, Darisuna. Darisuna. It's like Darisuna is.
Forget about this word. Like, look at the next three words. You'll understand it.
Min Mozami al Biladil. The different cities of the.
No, countries. Bilad is country.
Yeah, different countries of the world. World, different countries, but what is the meaning of most?
Think about the whole
Most of
sentence.
it's like majority of the.
Yes, most.
Okay, most. So we are studying about most of the country of the world.
So what it is really saying here is students from majority of the countries of the world study at our institute.
Oh, okay.
Madina is our institute, right? Mahad is the institute. Madina is our institute. Yadru Sufi, they study. When you're saying Yadru Sufi, you were saying, you know, he studies. So because the word Darisuna is in the middle, that will tell you that you're talking about multiples of them, right? So Yadru Sufi Madina, students from all over the world, in other words, from different countries, study in our institute.
Institute, okay.
I already knew it's a difficult sentence, by the way. Okay, so just keep going. I'll help you.
Okay. So, يتراوح عددهم بين 450 500. So يتراوح عددهم. So the عددهم, they're talking about some numbers, right? Like,
Yes. He's talking about the number of the students.
Number of the student is around 450.
Very good. 450.
55 maybe.
So he's saying it's 450 to 500. So what he's saying is the number of the students, number is actually between, the number of students is between 450 and 500.
Oh,
so,
okay. Okay. So the number of is
450 is the 450, and then 500 is the 500.
So the number of students are between 450 to 500. ومدة الدراسة فيه سنتان, and the duration of the study is in between 2 years. No,
yes, it is 2 years.
It is 2 years. هذه نسخة من المناهج. This is the copy of the syllabus, I guess.
Curriculum, very good. Yes.
وهذه بعض كتبنا, and these are some of our books.
Very good.
وهي هدية لك, and this is a present for you, or
very good. That's it. Yeah, this is a gift for you.
Okay.
So what he's saying is that, so when he talked about the curriculum, and when he talked about some of the books, he's saying this is a gift for you. Okay, Sister Azumi. And I knew it's a difficult sentence, by the way. A lot of words were new, so don't worry about it.
Okay. أين يمكنني شراء هذه الكتب? Where can I buy this book? هذه الكتب لا تباع. These books are not sold. يمكنك الحصول عليها مجانا من مركز شؤون دعوة. يمكنك you can find them حصول عليها مجانا. You can find them free.
Very good. Yes.
At the center of the
Center of Dawa Affairs.
Center of Dawa Affairs.
Shu'unin is affairs.
Okay.
Here's the translation for all of these words. Okay. Sami, are you available now?
Should I continue?
No. So let's start with Sister Kiran. Sister Kiran, if you can make the first sentence, second and the third sentence. So yadkhulu sakin wa yusabbu, Lahum al qahwa. So this one, and then the surah number 1 and surah number 2 sentence. Somebody, if you are available, you can then make the last 3 sentences.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Yadkhulu Saqi wa yasubbu lahum al-qahwa. Yadkhulu Saqi, a waiter enters.
Yep.
And pours coffee for them. Lahuma, for them. A waiter enters and pours coffee for them.
Very good.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, keep going. Mahdi and then Mudir, the next 2 sentences.
Mahdi ad'uka li ziyarati Madina. Mahdi, I invite you to visit our institute. هذه بطاقتي. This is my card. وفيها عنواني وعنوان المعهد. وفيها, and in this there is my address and the address of the institute.
Very good. Yes.
المدير أنا مطلوب في حضور مؤتمر في باكستان بعد أشهر. The director أنا مطلوب في I am invited to attend a conference, I think. So Mu'tamir is conference. The conference in Pakistan. بعد أشهر, in a few months, I think so. After a few months.
After a month.
سأنتهز هذه الفرصة وأزور معهدكم إن شاء الله. I will avail this opportunity and visit your institute if Allah wills.
Very good. Excellent work.
Gumnali, I can do this, the last 2. I apologize for the
No,
earlier.
it's okay. It's perfectly fine. You were with one of my favorite children, so it's good. That's the only excuse you have.
It was the actually excuse.
No, what I'm saying is she saved you, Salambai, so it's okay.
Yeah. Merin was like, were you successfully able to put her to sleep? I was like, you will know like in a couple of seconds again. She's awake now. Merin has to rush. Okay. So asubbu laka mazidan min al qahwati ya sheikh. Would you like more coffee or sheikh?
Yeah, very good.
Mahdi, la wa shukran, no, and thank you. أذنك الآن يا فضيلة الشيخ.
So he's basically saying, excuse me. That's all he's saying.
Okay, yeah. Will you excuse me, O Sheikh? Jazakallah khairan. May Allah give you the good reward. Al-Mudiru, the director. Ila liqa'i.
See you later. Goodbye. This is basically
See you later. Sahib, sahibatka salamatu fil halli wa tarhali. May you return with the safety, the peace.
May your journey be peaceful. Yeah.
Yeah, may you return with peace.
And may you return with peace. Yeah, good, very good. Yes.
Fil halli wa tarhali, with what is the meaning of hal?
So he's basically saying that may your journey be safe and may you return safe and sound.
May your journey be with peace and may you return safe and sound. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, and peace and mercy of Allah be upon you.
Very good. Gonna make command, quick fix. One quick second. Okay, this is done. Okay, here's the translation. I had my incorrect. There's something over there. Okay. Next exercise, simply answer these questions. So the first one is for Sister Marine. Second one is for Sister Naila. First, translate the question, and then I can give you the answer also in English, and you can translate that into Arabic. But these are the two questions from the conversation that the teacher and the students had, or the visitor had. So, Sister Marine, this first one is for you. Second one is for Sister Naila.
Yeah. Man is Zarair, who visited.
Man is Zair.
Man is Zair, sorry. Yeah. Who visited Masmuhu? What was his name?
So,
Lima Zair.
Zair means visitor. So, man is Zair, who was the visitor?
Who was the visitor?
Yeah.
Masmuhu, what was his name? Lima Zair al-Maktab. Why did he visit the institute?
Very good. Excellent work. And second one is for Sister Naila. Just translate the...
Atuba'u Kutubul Mahdi. No, not who. The books of the institutes were for sale. No.
Good. Yeah. Are the institute's books sold? Meaning, are they for sale or not? Very good.
Okay. من أين يمكن الحصول عليها? From where to get those books? No. Let me make that. من أين, from where يمكن الحصول عليها, to buy, possibly get those books. No.
Yes. From where
It doesn't
can
make
they
sense.
be? Yeah. Where can they be obtained, or where can they be purchased from?
Where those books can be purchased from.
Okay. The first question's answer. The visitor is a lecturer at an Arabic language institute in Lahore.
Okay.
So the visitor, the first word is the visitor. So what would that be?
Zairun.
A Zair
Azaira.
is a lecturer.
Zairul Mudarrisu.
Muhadirun. So that will be Muhadir.
Muhadir.
Lecturer would be Muhadirun.
Okay. Zairul Muhadiru.
In or at an Arabic language institute in Lahore. Fi.
في المهد.
Very good.
في المهد اللغة العربية.
Lahore.
باللاهور. Yeah.
Lahore. So الزائر محاضر في المعهد اللغة العربية بلاهور. And what was his name? His name is Mahdi ibn Abdul Hadi.
اسمه مهدي بن الهادي.
Very good. And last one is he visited the institute. He visited the institute to learn about its curriculum and books.
زار المهدي.
Very good.
To learn is فختمت.
No. ليطلع على مناهجه وكتبه. So manahijihi is the curriculum.
Curriculum, yeah.
Its curriculum. Wa kutubihi, its books.
Books, yeah.
Okay. So next question is for Sister Naila, and the answer is, the question was, are the books, institute's books are sold, right? So the answer is no, the institute's books are not sold. So look at the exact same sentence and try to make up the.
Okay. لا لا تباع كتب المهدي.
Very good. No, the books are not sold. Institute books are not sold. And the next part is, they can be obtained. So let's do this first. They can be obtained.
يمكنك الحصول
Very
عليها.
good. Very good. Very good. Free of charge from the Center of Dawa Affairs.
Free of charge was مجانا. مركز الدعوة or something.
Yeah, مركز الشؤون in Dawa.
Okay.
شؤون in Dawa.
يمكنك الحصول عليها من مركز دعوة
من مركز الشؤون الدعوة.
شؤون الدعوة.
So Center of Dawa Affairs. شؤون is actually affairs.
Affairs, yeah.
Even if you want to suggest, من مركز الدعوة, which is the center of Dawa. Here's the answer. The next one is the last one, and we're gonna finish the lesson over here. This is very easy. All you have to do, look at the example, and then change the words into the appropriate words underneath, and fill in the blanks. All you have to do is fill in the blanks and then translate these words. So the first word, first side on the right side, is for Brother Abdullah Saeed. Saka, Zara, Izada, Khafa. You have to do the fill in the blanks for Mabni al-Majhul, and then, which is for Madi. And then the left side is for Brother Ahmad Keen. Yasuku, Yazuru, Yazidu, Yakhafu. Just simply look at the examples up top and you will be able to change those words very, very easily. And remember why it is like this is because the first one that you're seeing on your right hand side is because this is a ghairu salim words. Okay, so because they're ghairu salim verbs, you're going to change them into, by using that same rule that you see up top. Just simply look at the example up top. You can see that there is a kasra being added for all of these words. That's all you have to do. And then translate also.
So start with Kala.
Nope, you have to say Saka.
So Saka. Okay. So Saka drive becomes Sika. Then Zara.
What does Sika means?
So Sika means driven or
it is driven. Yes, very good.
It is driven. Okay.
Zara.
Zara visited. Become Zira was visited.
Very good.
Then the Zada increased. Zida becomes Zida. It was increased.
Very good.
Okay. Continue.
Khafa.
Khafa is afraid. He was afraid. Becomes Khifa. Khifa was afraid also.
Khifa is, it is feared.
It is feared. Okay.
Yeah, something that is feared. Okay, very good. Brother Ahmad Keen on your left hand side. Yasuku, Yazuru, Yazidu, Yakhafu. You saw the examples, by the way, right? What are you doing? You're simply adding kasra in the middle. That's all you did, Brother Abdullah Saeed. Okay.
Yeah.
That's for Ghairu Salim. This is for passive ajwaf verbs. Okay, Brother Ahmad Keen.
Yasuku, Yusaq.
Very good.
Yazur, Yuza.
Translate also.
Do I have to translate? Yeah. Yasu, he drives, I guess. And then Yusaq, he is driven to, or like to.
It is driven. It is in the present tense.
Did I say past? Sorry. Yeah, it is like يزور, to visit. يزار, is visited. يزيد, يزاد, to increase something. يزاد, to be increased. يخاف, to fear. يخاف is to
Yakhaf.
be.
Yakhaf.
يخاف is to fear, and يخاف is something to be feared.
Or it is feared. Very good. And here's the answer for all of these. In very simple exercise, I will send the link right after this lesson. All you have to do this. There are 52 words for vocabulary. You just have to do the Quizlet quiz for the lesson number 5. That's all you have. And next part, when we complete the next lesson, inshallah, the exercise will be a conversation between two individuals again. So that I will do next week, so that when you have next week lessons completed, we will try to do that as well. So this week is only simply your vocabulary. And so try, inshallah. It should not take again more than 15 minutes to be able to go through all of those. If you really want to learn, of course, do a flashcard also. Take another 15 minutes. And after the flashcards, try to do your quiz as well. So that will be much easier, and it will help you memorize if you do the flashcard and then do the test as well. And keep in mind, I do monitor this. So please do try to spend like 30 minutes during the week to be able to complete this quiz. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.